Now, something else amazing, the king of love songs. And after an incredible 50-year career, Michael Bolton still got it. The legendary singer has just released an album featuring his first new music in 14 years.
The hair. It was so right.
It is so wrong.
To celebrate the release, Sarah had the pleasure of catching up with Michael.
Michael Bolton, I mean, I am the envy of a generation getting the opportunity to speak with you. How are you?
I'm great, thanks for having me.
Congratulations on a 50-year career.
Oh, there's that. Yeah, I don't know where the time went, but it took me 20 years of that 50-year trying to have a hit record and establish myself as an artist, singer, a producer. It doesn't feel real when you put the numbers to it. It feels like that's impossible.
You were signed to a label as a teenager, but it took a few years for you to break into the music industry.
We had a lot of close calls. I put out records with different labels, different companies. I put out hard rock records. Had 2 album deals that just didn't succeed. They didn't do enough. It's not very difficult for me to look back in time and remember the struggle. When you're a starving artist and you have a family, there's nothing funny about that combination. I'll never forget not being able to pay the rent, not being certain where food was coming from. So I'm sure that that's part of what drove me, once I started having success, why I didn't slow down.
You can't think of your music without remembering those long flowing locks of yours and those incredible film clips. I mean, you were a heartthrob. You still are, I might say.
Well, thank you very much. That's one of the things that happens with success in the business. When I'm singing When a Man Loves a Woman, I'm watching couples get closer and holding hands. And it reminds me of how many people are affected by a giant record. When a Man Loves a Woman, there were a lot of people who said, you got to record that song. And then they'll have some people who said, why would you record that song? It's already been a hit, still getting airplay.
Who said that? No. I hope they lost their jobs.
I'm so glad I just trusted my instincts and said, no, the song stays on the album. And it taught me that you still have to fight. You have to fight for the music you've created and you've committed yourself to for 2 years of creating an album.
Are you really a hopeless romantic, as your songs suggest that you are?
Yeah, I think more I'm just considering myself a hopeful romantic. I think love is it. That love is the power of everything great.
65 million albums sold, 2 Grammy Awards. I mean, most people would be pretty happy with a career that has such incredible achievements. But for you, that wasn't enough. And we're getting some new Michael Bolton music.
And I think we have the pandemic to thank for that. Everyone I knew seemed like they needed to feel good again and have light in their lives again. And that's where the concept of Spark of Light comes from. And that light can change everything. You got the spark of the light. You don't even have to try.
Is there any plan to come to Australia to play to your loyal fans down here with this new album release?
We're always talking about it. We're always trying to line up the right dates for it. I never get tired of coming to Australia. My best friend moved there and never came back.
Well, maybe you could copy them. You could move here and never return to the US. You can stay here. You're very welcome to.
Thank you for that invitation.
You're welcome anytime, Michael Bolton. Congratulations on your incredible career and, of course, the release of this new music. And we thank you so much for everything you've done for music over the generation.
Thank you so much.
She says, flirting up a storm, working overtime there with Michael Bolton.
She wasn't she? Doesn't seem that keen on moving here.
He's quieting down now a little bit. He's in his mid-90s. He still looks good. Still looks good, Michael Bolton.
What a voice.
Yeah, just so many great memories into the 80s, you know, at the Playpen nightclub. It used to be the last song they played, you know, back in the day.
I wouldn't know, I'm not that old. Michael's album, Spark of Light. is out now.
You're just lying to the nation. You feel comfortable doing that?
It's about my age, it doesn't count.
Okay, fair enough.
Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh my goodness, Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
that never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?